And you got it set up for program recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We are recording on both.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Disc Golf Answer Man. I am Bobby Cool Daddy Slick Breeze. I have with me Eric Birdie Fuel McCabe and Emerson. What was it called? What was it? I forgot already.
How'd you forget?
Little ball of hate. Keith. Was that right?
Yes.
Nailed it. All right. So right before we started recording, I was talking to Emerson, and he said that one of his nicknames during hockey was a little ball of hate. Why was that?
Because when I played hockey, I was smaller than I already am now.
Uh-huh.
So I was really small, and I was just full of
hate.
Not
just a little ball of it.
Just a ball of hate.
Well, I guess I just played with so much aggression and whatnot. They just thought it would be good to give me that nickname, and it fit.
That's awesome. Well, Emerson Keith is from Team Latitude 64, if you don't know. But if you paid attention to any of the coverage from Pro Worlds this year, yes, we are still in 2019.
Barely.
Barely, yeah.
Barely.
You know that he was a big name out at Pro Worlds. He led the field for how many days?
2 days. On the third day, Paul got a 2-stroke lead on me.
Yeah, but you were up there in the mix the entire time, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was in first or second till the last round.
Yeah. So, and he had Joe Menz do a profile video for him, and
yeah, that was fun.
yeah,
That was cool.
And he basically gained a lot of new fans out there. People that said, I'd never heard of this Emerson guy. They were really impressed with his play, and we truly believe that this will continue on in 2020 for sure. But he's here at the warehouse. He has an RV getting all fancied up for his touring next year, and of course picking up some discs to take with him. Did you ever figure out, when I was out there, you were trying to figure out what discs you were going to put some stamps on?
Yeah, I figured it out.
Did you figure it out?
Finally, 230 discs later.
What's the majority of what was some of the ones you can name?
Defender,
Nice.
Raiders,
Nice.
Judges, Harps, Ballista Pros,
Nice.
Warship. I put some Warships.
Warships?
In there. Yeah.
Nice.
Hybrid,
Ooh, a hybrid warship. I bet you people are going to love that one.
probably. That's why I got it.
So he's got 2 new stamps that are coming out for next year, and he's getting some picking out some discs to put that stamp on. But we have him on here as a special guest. This is going to be, what you're listening to this first will be either Thursday or Friday, right before the weekend before Christmas. So hopefully you can enjoy some Disc Golf Answer Man on your commute to see family. Mm-hmm. Or maybe as you're commuting to the mall and the craziness of shopping centers for the holidays.
Stay away from the mall.
Don't do that.
Just order discs online.
Exactly.
Just order online.
Have them
Nailed
sent to you.
Perfect. Yes, I'm sure it'll be interesting to find out after the holidays the Amazon numbers and the online shopping numbers, because I know that every year that just grows and grows and grows.
I know I've done all of mine this year on
online.
Amazon.
But then it might after Christmas, if you wait 3 or 4 weeks, Amazon gets all those returns and they sell return mystery boxes.
Really?
Yeah. I
We
didn't
didn't
know
know
that.
this.
We should do an unboxing. So
I'm interested.
you go on Amazon, they sell returns, so you can go to pick a category. So say you pick computer stuff or electronics.
Right.
You get a giant box with electronics that people have bid on. It gives you a face value. So there's a computer in there that's worth $1,000. The face value of it will be $1,000.
Right.
Maybe the computer is not worth $1,000 anymore, but it was, so that's what it is. And then people bid on the box, and if you win the box, you get it. And then you do the unboxing, you get to keep whatever's in it.
But you don't know what's in it. You just know that it has a value of $1,000.
Assuming that there's only one item in there. But
Yeah.
There's.
Have you done it literally?
No, I've never done it because I don't have enough money.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
But there's YouTube videos. There's people that have channels that only do that.
That's
and
awesome.
they have websites, and they just sell the stuff that's on it.
That's crazy. That's cool. Okay, so anyway, yes, you if you're doing your shopping online or wherever you're doing or visiting family, we're glad that you have joined us for this special episode of the Disc Golf Answer Man with Emerson. So I say we just jump into the question.
Let's do it.
All right. So this one is from Skylar. Nope, we're going to skip that one. This one is from, sorry, Skylar. We'll get you on the next one. Thomas. When are we going to get an updated in the bag from Robert? The viewers don't mind if it's technically the off season. We all feel robbed of joy due to not getting one yet in 2019.
Does Robert even play disc golf?
No, he does. He likes to pretend he does, but
True.
yeah. Sorry, Robert.
I don't even
Next-
know if he has a bag anymore.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
That's all pickleball bags now.
Yeah. It's true. Hey, pickleball's fun.
Hey, I'm
This-
not hating.
This one's from Joshua. My bag is 99% Trilogy plastic. The one disc I have not replaced is a flat top understable fairway driver.
What is it? Does it say what it is?
He says, I have malls that turn a little too much and have a dome. He's looking for speed 7.9. The disc that I have in the bag is a Prodigy F7 in 750 plastic. Very flat top and feels amazing. Holds the turn and is controllable. I want to replace this disc. Any suggestions? Love you guys and thanks for all that you do.
So like this speed is like 7 through 9 is what he's looking for?
Yeah, he just said
Yeah.
looking for speed 7 through 9.
What's the disc? What was it?
Prodigy F7.
I don't
Maybe.
even know what that is.
I don't either.
I've felt one. I've never thrown one. I if his maul is turning too much,
Yeah.
maybe he could go like Saint.
Okay.
So the higher the number, the less stable, correct? With Prodigy? Is that accurate?
Anthony says yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like the 1 is the most.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
but
like
he's
the
saying-
F7 would be
Oh.
a fairway driver that
didn't
is
know that.
an understable
Yeah.
fairway driver.
It's like their D1 is their most overstable D driver.
A1, yeah, all that good stuff. So
If a mall's too understable, like since we don't really know anything about Prodigy discs, I would maybe suggest like going to like a Saint
Saying okay.
same be good, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like the next step
or maybe
up
like
from a
maybe
mall.
an Escape.
Escape works fantastic as well. Escape's it's like a almost like a utility disc. It's almost like a distance driver.
Because it has
honestly.
a lot of glide.
so much
Or
glide
is
to
a
it.
mall a little bit less than a little bit less than a Fury? I see a lot
I think
of
a
people throw Furies
Fury's gonna be pretty understable.
compared to a mall.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't think that
Yeah.
they're super fairway driver like. If that makes sense. Like I used to throw a Fury for roller.
Right.
I used to roll the crap out of a Fury. But I think you nailed it first with the Saint. I really think the Saints are going to be
Yeah.
what he's looking for.
All right, there we go. We're going to settle on the Saint. Check out a Latitude 64 Saint.
Or
Or
Opto-X Explorer.
There you go.
or EMAC. No.
There you go. I mean, that's always an option.
All right, next one comes from Steven. As a junior in the under 18 age group, can you play in a men's division if the event does not offer a junior division?
Sure.
Yeah, you can play in whatever division you want.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. One more coming from David. So I've recently got to where I'm able to throw putters about 325 feet. The problem is I still struggle to get my drivers consistently past 350. What could I do to get the drivers going farther? Pick different drivers. If you can't,
that and maybe his arm speed is just better for the putters,
yeah,
or he's maybe not throwing with the same form that he's throwing the putters because he's trying to throw the driver harder.
Different grip.
yeah,
he
Or-
could.
yeah.
Some people just throw putters far,
yeah.
like Johnny McRae.
James
Johnny Craig
Conrad.
does, yeah.
James Conrad.
My first suggestion would be just to kind of take a look at what driver you're throwing for sure, if you're not able to get it quite that far. Next one is from In the Know. Huh?
What?
No,
In the know.
we
Is
will
that
skip.
right?
It says in the know, but it's not really a question. It's more of a statement. Hey there, Disc Golf Answer fam. This is from Sam. My name is Sam Murray, and I wanted your input on my next driver. Some backstory. I have an irrational distrust of understable discs. The only one I trust was a fairly overstable Valkyrie as far as Valkyries go that would S-curve on a flat release but always fade. I've tried a Valkyrie since and it flips too much. An Escape got me very close but not quite there. I've been thinking about a Renegade or a Saint. What are your thoughts?
It kind of depends on what the Escape was doing. Was it turning too much, or
I don't know.
well, assuming that
Assuming it was
wasn't what
turning
it
too
wasn't
much.
S-ing for him,
Mm-hmm.
then you obviously need to go more overstable.
It's
Yeah.
very difficult to get an Escape to S as well.
Just kind of wants to turn.
Yeah. It just wants to hold whatever line you're putting it on.
Well, if that turns too much, then maybe like an Explorer, or a Saint Pro would be a good
Mhm.
option. Because a Saint is basically an Escape, just Latitude. I think it's pretty much the same stability.
I would also say Getaway is a great option as well.
That's a good option to try. That one might be a little.
It might be a little bit too
stable.
overstable,
but he could definitely work it.
But work it in, and that thing just glides for days. The Getaway glides for days.
It does.
How many days?
A lot of them.
Days.
Multiples. More than one.
Okay. All right, Anthony, I know we have a speak pipe, or we have a few, so give us the first one.
What's a speak pipe?
Oh, sorry, Emerson.
Well,
if you've ever listened to the show.
Yes.
I have, but I'm driving most
He must
of the
have been
time.
listening to it pre-SpeakPipe.
So it allows people to call in to the show, basically, and record a voicemail.
Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Okay, so we call it's the name. It's basically speakpipe.com, so we call it SpeakPipe.
It's basically a voicemail, let's be honest.
That's pretty much what it is.
This first one is coming to us from Chris Davis.
Hey guys, this is Chris from Houston. Y'all have so much content, I'm having a hard time keeping up with my short drive to and from the school I teach at. So I'm just hearing your Thanksgiving episode. So gotta say, my favorite, the foods I always look forward to, Cajun injected turkey, my wife's grandmother's stuffing, and my wife makes this awesome sweet German rice. It's like sugar, and it's great. But anyway, I'm looking for a disc that's a little bit less stable than an Explorer. The Explorers I have are a little bit stable, and so I need something a little bit less stable than that, but still feels kind of the same. Also, what is it going to take to get some Cool Daddy Slick Breeze Lucid X Renegades? Thanks. I'll hear this message in a couple episodes once I get caught up.
Next year when I win Worlds, no, you'll probably never see a Lucid X Cool Daddy Slick Breeze Renegade unless I make my own stamps. I could do a custom run.
But don't you have to get 1,000?
Yeah.
I could.
Do you even have enough storage?
Sharpie it on there. I could just Sharpie my name on there.
Like Innova did those Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So what do we got for his disc question?
I would say, once again, this is like the Saint show.
Yeah, I know. No kidding, huh?
I would say either Saint or Escape.
Yeah. Or if he's wanting just so what I do, I have Bag and Explorer, of course, and then to complement that for a little bit more turn, I throw the Saint Pro. So Saint Pro, Saint, Escape, kind of just going back to the same disc.
There you go. This one is Ross. Should I throw a Saint? No, I'm playing. He says,
No.
No. I recently have been trying to find a better 9-speed disc. Isn't a Saint a 9-speed?
Come on.
I originally started with a Thunderbird, then moved to an Undertaker, which was better, but still not in love with it. Is there anything you recommend or a better alternative to the Undertaker?
I don't even know what an Undertaker is. I know it kills people.
It's kind of like an Explorer.
Is that
I know an Explorer is a 7-speed.
Yes.
But it doesn't fly like a 7-speed.
Okay.
To me, so before I even knew that it was a 7-speed, I was telling everybody that it was 9-speed. And then I found out that it was 7-speed, and I lied to a bunch of people.
Wow, way
That's
to go.
fine. You know what? Speed and numbers.
What a little ball of hate.
Yeah.
Numbers don't mean anything.
But
Let's be honest.
if he's trying to get something like the Undertaker, I would Explorer, Saint Pro, Saint Escape.
This show brought to you by the
By the
Latitude 64 Saint.
How funny. This one, whoa. This one's from El Penguino.
What's up, El Penguin?
Does Dynamic Discs do anything for people that get tattoos? Back in the day, we put them on the team.
Ouch.
Oh.
We have done that in the past.
We have done that.
I don't know if that was the reason.
No, that wasn't the reason. But
There's a guy right now sponsored by Latitude. I forget what team he's on, but I was going through trying to remember all my teammates because it's bad that I don't know them.
Right.
And his picture is him holding up his forearm. It says Latitude.
That's Brad.
Is that Brad?
Brad Bamer.
Nice.
Oh, he has a tattoo and he's sponsored.
That's true.
He says, I've seen other guys, other brands give away free product, et cetera, for it. Seems a bit extreme, but a fun idea. Not to mention that some super solid brand at repping. To be honest, a DD Owl would be a sick tattoo. Thanks
I've
for
seen
your
the
answer.
DDL a few times. I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
if you get an EMAC Truth stamp on you somewhere, I will give you an EMAC Truth.
Boom.
If you tattoo my name or something on you, like disc golf tattoo that has something to do with me, like at the end of the year, like I'll give you my bag or something.
Oh, dang.
Paul Martin, he has my signature tattooed on him.
Yep. Nobody has my tattoo.
And I have a couple guys that have my silhouette as well.
Somebody tattoo the Cool Daddy Sleep. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do the Cool Daddy
No,
Sleep
but do it.
logo.
Do
I
it.
thought about it, but do you see how
CDSB.
thick it is?
What's your logo? Have I
Have
not seen it?
Probably not.
It's from back in the day when I was trying to do my own
My
thing.
next one's going to be 5502. It's the numbers for the truth, the EMAC. Just kidding. I'm not
On
gonna
your
do that.
knuckles?
Yeah, my knucks.
All right, let's move on to the next disc golf question.
If you don't do that, I'm gonna be disappointed.
The next one was from Kyle in Ohio. Many people have heard of teamtrees.org recently and their attempt to raise funds for planting 20 million trees worldwide by the new year. As disc golfer, we often misdirect our emotions and discs toward trees, but deep down we know that without them, there wouldn't be the beautiful courses we all know and love. Can we count on you guys and possibly even the Trilogy companies to support a great cause or at least get the word out about Team Trees to disc golfers everywhere? Yeah, I'd seen some of that on some of the social media YouTuber people that I follow. What did I just say?
YouTuber.
Yeah. About this particular movement. I wasn't able to connect with anything as far as us in disc golf.
I didn't know anything about this.
yeah,
That's
but,
kind of sounds like a cool deal.
Yeah, but if you go to, I can't remember where they were at. I haven't checked it in a while.
Well, the best thing we can do is tell everybody on here to go support.
Yeah, teamtrees.org. They have 19,157,686 trees planted.
Jeez.
And
What
like
was that number again?
19,157,686.
I just wanted to hear you say that number.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
long
What was their
number.
goal?
Help us plant 20 million trees around the
they're
globe by
close.
They're really
January
close.
1st.
That's probably not going to
So
happen by January 1st then, right?
I don't know.
It might.
It could.
So a lot of people, I mean, they got T-shirts and everything going. I think what it was is a particular YouTuber influencer said something about it and tweeted or something.
Do they have notebooks or anything? Sorry.
That was bad.
I'm sorry.
That was so
I'm
bad.
sorry.
That's humor, folks.
I'm
I
sorry.
recognize that.
Maybe,
All right.
Maybe if you buy a notebook, they'll plant 2 trees.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
I like it.
All right, this one's from a DD enthusiast. Can you order the Convict, Escape, Getaway, and Vandal by Stability? Oh, can you order them? Like, in other words,
Oh,
I know.
put them in order.
I thought they
What?
meant, can you order it by Stability?
What was that list?
What was
Sure.
the 3 discs?
Convict, Getaway, Escape, and Vandal. Go from the most stable to
Getaway
least stable.
first, probably.
Getaway is going to be the most overstable.
Convict.
Convict, Escape, Vandal.
The Escape and the Vandal are very
They're pretty close, but yeah, I think
I
I'll
feel
stick
like
to
I
that.
could get an Escape to Heiser more than I could a Vandal.
Well, then Escape would go first and then Vandal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
what I said.
I'm just confirming what
Okay.
you're saying.
Perfect. Yes,
I concur.
I would agree.
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to argue.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to argue about it?
What a little
Well,
ball of hate. No wonder you
I
got that
know.
nickname. Jeez.
Ah, fiery.
We'll figure something to
Alright, cool.
argue about.
Okay, cool. I like it.
All right, what do we got next for the Speak Pipe?
This one is going to be from Don.
What's up, Bobby? 70s pimp name Brown. Robert, my default answer is Warden McCall. And Eric, sexy mother trucker McCabe.
Ooh,
Easy.
Ode to the stash.
Oh, there we go.
My question is about disc selection. I have a biofusion trespass that now flies like a renegade because it's beat in. So my question is, do I take renegades out of the bag or do I take the trespass out of the bag?
Good question.
Yeah, that is a really good one.
What do you say? What say you?
Like, what would I say? What
Yeah.
his answer?
You know,
What
you
would I
do?
say? What would I answer?
Answer the man's question.
Oh well, it depends.
Argument already.
It depends. Do you think you throw the really understable trespass better than the renegade for that shot? If so, I think that you should take out the renegade and keep the trespass if you like it more. If it does what the renegade does better because it's faster, maybe.
I would also say play a tournament with both of those discs in your bag and see which one you reach for more.
That's right. That's a good option.
Yeah.
And also, it just keeps your molds down to a minimum, and which that's also good.
Always good. And I would say also if you're going to go with the beat up trespass, I recommend starting to beat up another trespass just in case you lose the beat up trespass. It's always good to have options. That's why I always recommend cycling discs in and out of your bag.
Perfect.
I've had the same bag all year.
Yeah.
It's bad. Everything's understable.
Well, it's fine when you're on tour, but everything's understable?
Well, I've beat everything up.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to
Except
start
for-
fresh with an overstable bag this year?
I need to start like now, like
You do.
yesterday.
Yes, you do.
Now, wait a minute. When you say everything is understable, you just mean they're not as stable as they once were?
Because I guarantee
Or are you literally throwing discs that are understable?
No, they're now understable.
Okay, yeah. Well, I just don't want people thinking you're like throwing like witnesses or something like that.
No, but
like drift witnesses.
Yeah.
yeah.
In other words, as you beat things in, they became.
You don't
Yeah,
you don't
like
put
less
new discs
stable.
in your bag? Do you? How often do you put new discs in your bag?
when I lose something or
That's it?
or get upset with it and give it away.
Okay.
You have a personal relationship with.
So
them.
with your nickname, every weekend you're putting something new in your bag.
No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
How often does that happen? Would you say once a month? You give it your.
It kind of just depends if like a disc like really betrays me during
Right.
a tournament. At the end of the tournament, I'll plan to just like give it to like a kid or just a fan that I see, and because they like it, I was gonna replace it anyways. And that's just like I have to replace it if I give it away. If I still
Sure.
have it, I'll still want to throw it.
So let's say we're December. Let's say in the last 7 months, that would probably be quite a few tournaments, right? If we go, how many would you say you gave away?
Probably like 20.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
good. Those are good numbers.
I give my harps away more than anything,
Yeah.
just because I throw them a lot for up shots, which means that they're like hitting the ground a lot by
Yeah.
the basket, and or like maybe hitting trees when I throw a bad shot, which that only happens like once or twice a year.
Right.
But
Sure.
they nick up pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next question comes from Mackenzie.
Oh.
Like my wife.
I could be. Maybe she's needing
Let's
some advice.
find out.
She needs some disc golf advice. That got you perplexed over here?
I'm waiting to hear the question.
I got to read this one. As a newer player, it's hard for me to tell if my form is correct or not. A good full power throw for me is 430 with a high-speed driver and 350 with a mid.
Holy cow. Are you kidding me?
You're not happy with 430 feet.
I used to play baseball and have always had very high arm speed. My concern is that I'm generating these distances with higher than average arm speed but lower than average spin rate on the disc. Is this even possible? And if so, am I at higher risk of injury for doing so? Thanks for having an awesome show and always keeping it real.
I don't think that was your wife.
No, she never played baseball.
Fair enough.
And she definitely can't throw 430. She doesn't even throw. She doesn't like it.
She didn't like it at all?
No.
Does she even go out with you like when you practice at all? Or?
Yeah, she'll go out
Oh, okay.
sometimes for the exercise and she'll throw here and there, but she has no interest in getting better. She's like, you do disc golf. That's your thing.
Hey, that's okay.
I don't know.
All right, so to the guy's question. My concern is that I'm generating these distances with higher than average arm speed but lower than average spin rate on the disc. Is this possible, and is it causing him to have a risk for injury?
I would say absolutely. It's having
Yeah.
a concern for injury.
Yeah?
It sounds to me like he's throwing every single shot at 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you throw a shot at 100%?
When I'm trying to impress somebody.
So not very often, or like daily?
Like-
During an event, I'm saying. Not like during
like in a tournament.
like not when we're out just having a good time playing. I'm talking
No,
like
on
during an actual
on
tournament.
a Friday night at the club. Yes, at
Yeah.
a tournament.
That's a dangerous place to throw 100%.
Yes.
Never really. I
Yeah.
mean, I never really get above 85% in
Yeah.
a tournament
Exactly.
unless I'm back like 2 strokes with 3 to play and the hole's like 600 feet and I need
Yeah.
to try and get there.
Now, why do you? What is that? Is that because you want to make sure you don't injure yourself, or do you lose some accuracy if you're trying to throw at full speed?
You lose accuracy. I mean, I don't really think about injuring myself with how hard I throw, but that's because I've built myself up to where I can throw hard and I'm not going to get hurt.
Yeah.
But if I was just like a casual player and just going out and trying to throw as hard as I could, I'd be concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see those pictures of those guys with bruises down their whole side because they threw wrong,
Yeah.
and like he's probably at risk for that.
Gotcha. All right, next one comes from Kyle. So I recently started playing dusk golf. He misspelled it, or a typo. Disc golf, and love the sport so far. I live outside of Kansas City and would love to make a day trip out to Emporia, as it is only a few hours away from me. As I'm trying to plan my trip, I was wondering which course in Emporia is your favorite to play, and which course would you recommend for a beginner? Also, what's the best place for tacos in Emporia?
Well, if you're a beginner, go play Opie.
And then hit the store up.
No, you definitely do not want to do that. So, what do you think? If you had to recommend one course for him to play, Eric, what would that be?
Probably Peter Pan.
Why is that?
It's just it's a favorite. It's what people come from out of town to play.
Yeah.
It's either the Peter Pan or it's the Country Club, and I don't recommend playing the Country Club as a beginner.
No, not as a beginner. That is a big course.
Yeah, definitely hit up Peter Pan, and you're in luck because, in my personal opinion, the best tacos in Emporia are a block away from Peter Pan. El Marmol.
Look for the purple building.
Purple building on the outside, orange in the inside now.
Yes. Oh, in the inside.
I've
Huh?
never seen this.
Yeah.
You've never ate it? What's it called again?
El Marmol.
I always say it wrong. Marmol.
Never.
It's pretty good tacos.
You need to have taco to get at El Marmol, but make sure
And get tacos.
he
Uh-oh.
takes you to the one on South Street, not the one on 6th. The one on 6th is good. He thinks because they give you chips and salsa
They're better.
at the one on 6th, it's better because they don't give it to you at the other one. But the chips are like paper thin. I mean, it's not worth it.
He might just like the
It's not
free
worth it.
chips.
I'm sure he does, but I'm willing to not get free mediocre chips and salsa and get better tacos.
If it's the same place, then how come it's better at one location?
It's the same name, the same brand. Because I don't know if they still make them. There's 2 different chefs, obviously. And at the original building, you have the old school dude and the old school, I shouldn't call her old school, but his wife. Like, or you can have their son do it. Like, come on.
There are a lot of authentic Mexican places, taco
It's like
shops
going
that
over
don't
to your
have chips.
parents for dinner versus your grandma's.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have.
Going
They
to
don't offer
grandma's
chips
every time.
Yeah.
So
Your grandma doesn't have chips and salsa, but it's delicious food.
Well, they'll have chips and salsa.
fair enough. Fair
All right,
enough. You
next
gotta
one.
pay for it?
Sometimes.
Okay, fair enough.
the next one is from Blake, and this is on etiquette. Team A and Team B are playing a doubles match for money. Team A took a 1-stroke lead on hole 17.
This sounds familiar.
The teams are now on the green of 18, a par 4. Team B has a difficult putt for birdie. Team A is under the basket and will be able to tap in the birdie. Essentially, there is
So game over.
no way Team B can win.
Mm-hmm.
A member of Team A goes and taps it in for the win. The putt from Team B, already essentially pointless, is now even more pointless. Is this proper golf etiquette? Is this disrespectful? Would this ever be acceptable? I don't understand. Maybe I'm confused.
Well,
Well, go on.
Go ahead.
they went out of turn.
Oh,
That let them go out of turn because that's against the rules. Isn't that a stroke?
Unless it's speed of play, then you can putt out of turn
Well,
if the group allows it. And it sounds like he said it's casual. So,
I don't know. It says doubles
know if
match
you
play
wanna-
for money.
doubles match play for money.
Doubles match
if you
want to
get
If you want to get technical,
technical, they
you
went
could,
out of
you
turn.
could call them on a courtesy violation. But
Yeah.
yes, Team A should have waited for Team B to putt and then drop in their putt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know if it's, I mean, etiquette. Sure, that could be an etiquette issue, but it's hard to tell the scenario.
Would you want to win off of that? You'd almost have to. It'd be a technicality. Would you even want to? I guess.
I mean,
I
if
would
there's-
wait.
If
I would
there's
wait
no
until
way,
it's my turn.
If there's no way to win,
And they're under the basket,
it
it's match play.
it wouldn't bother me. Well, no, it was just a
No.
doubles match. I don't
No,
think
he
it
said
was a
it's match play. Did he not say match
It's
play?
a doubles match.
Oh, I
doubles
thought you said
match.
double to match play.
I may have accidentally said match play, but I
Okay,
just
well,
said
then
not
that
doubles
changes
match.
everything.
Sorry. Doubles match.
If you're already gonna lose, then I don't think that it's disrespectful. But
Sounds
team
like
A,
he's on team B. No, I'm joking. Sure. There's maybe a little bit of etiquette there, but you're not gonna see this happen at like the World Championships. Like you're not gonna see player A be under the basket for the win, and player B 30 feet out for the same putt to lose by one stroke. You're not gonna see
Right,
player A,
no.
because they're just typically when you're winning a big event, you're the last person to tap in.
right?
Yeah. All right, we got time for a couple more questions. This one is from Tom. I've recently found that I play much better rounds in tournaments when my card is very similar to playing a casual round. Everyone talking while walking to discs, making jokes, or playing music. What should I do to try to stay in the casual round mindset during the tournament round where my card barely talks and keeps to themselves?
Headphones, listen to your music, maybe,
Could
or
work.
when you're playing with your buddies and they got their music and they're having a good time, just tell them to cut it out.
Hey, I'm trying to make this like
Hey,
a
guys.
tournament.
Guys.
Shut up.
That's difficult because you don't want to make the other competitors on your card uncomfortable. You know, if they're there to if their mindset on focusing is quiet and not talking, and which I've played a lot of tournament rounds in my day, and there's never too many times has it been the whole card is quiet and nobody wants to talk to each other.
Right.
know?
But also like it's for us, it's fine because
Yeah.
we're like there to perform and do well.
Mhm.
Some people play tournaments for fun and
Mm-hmm.
they enjoy the company of other people, and maybe their competitor just isn't there for the same thing. So I guess once you get in like the AM divisions, it's different. But in the pro divisions, it's probably you're fine with not talking.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Would you?
Yes.
Okay. Next, our last speak.
Have you ever seen Ricky talk to anybody while he's playing a tournament?
No.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
I purposely talk to Ricky if I play with him.
What do you got for us, Anthony?
This one is from Ron the Bald Viking.
Ooh.
Hello, Bobby Cool, Daddy Slick Breeze, Robert the Voice McCall,
No, you're the
and
voice.
world champions Eric the Truth McCabe and Paige Shue.
Oh, we didn't get it on this one.
This is Ron from Mound Valley, Kansas, and I have two questions. My first question is there such a thing as grip lock? I feel like sometimes I do grip lock. I don't feel like I'm rounding. Maybe I am, but I feel like I get a late release on my throw, and those are my farthest throws, but they go way farther to the right than what I intended. So is there such a thing as grip lock? And if there is, what's the difference between that and rounding? My second question is,
I would say grip locks when you shank, like Richard did down in Texas. That is a
What
grip
the-
lock, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
grip lock for
That's
sure.
grip lock.
Yeah.
Like when you just have a late release, that's not really grip lock. That's just a late release or an early release.
Right.
To me, a grip lock is like a shank, like a monkey paw, like Paul Ulibarri did in that one video.
Oh, that was
And he looked in his hand, like what? It was fantastic.
Anything to add to that, Emerson? All right, thanks. What's the second part of his question?
I will add real quick, since Danny's not here to say it. He was asking the difference between rounding and grip lock. Danny always says, for some reason he says this to me, that grip locks aren't real. They're a result of rounding.
Oh,
So,
okay.
oh, nice.
Not so
okay.
much a difference, but they kind of
Cool.
are the same.
I assume Paige has a smaller hand and I was just wondering how she grips a wide rim driver like the Ballista Pro, like what her grip is on something like that, because I don't have small hands, but I don't have big hands either, and sometimes that Ballista Pro feels awkward in my hand. I feel more comfortable with fairway drivers, and that's really what I have. Oh, and Skol Vikings, big win over the Chargers on Sunday. Anyway, I love what you guys do. Keep it real and grow the sport.
All right, thanks, Ron. Sorry we missed having your question on when Paige was here, but the good thing is we have another small person here.
I don't have little hands.
We have Emerson here.
On one of my YouTube videos, the first YouTube video I ever did, I did the...
Was it in the stump?
No, it was...
That was fantastic.
That was funny. But it was the disc review of the 2019 new releases. So the Keystone, the Guard, the Pioneer, and the Recoil.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And someone commented and said I had Eddie Van Halen meat hook hands.
Golly. All right.
Do you know who Eddie Van Halen is?
He was like a guitar player, right?
Oh, my God. He was like a guitar
Emerson,
player.
what band was Eddie Van Halen in?
I don't know.
Oh, my
Gosh.
God.
You just lost like a few thousand followers because
No.
of that.
No. I'm just going to get reamed.
That's true. That's true. You may have gained followers. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
true.
I grew up playing sports.
Yeah.
I did sports and disc golf. I never sat inside and listened to music. And even when there was
you
music
can listen to
on-
music outside, too,
It
right?
also wasn't the 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
I don't know.
All right, so what do we got for Ron as far as advice for small hands? That's a grip. What's a good grip? I mean, I would think it's just the same grip as anybody else.
I think yeah. For me personally, I grip everything the same with kind of a stacked power grip as opposed to fanning. Even on mids and putters, I don't fan grip. I don't like have a full power grip because I feel like I lose consistency. So with the stacked grip is what I feel the most comfortable with, and that's what I do for all my shots.
Like a hybrid of a power grip and a fan grip.
Yep.
I'm the same way.
Yep. Just to keep
Everything.
it consistent, keep everything the same, so I don't have to worry about changing things up or anything like that. So.
Because you can hold everything just like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
Whereas it'd be weird to power grip like a escape or something.
Exactly. And then have to change it like, oh wait, maybe I should fan grip this shot as
Yeah.
opposed to power grip it. Yeah. Yep. Keep it simple.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to our little special episode. Oh, I didn't mean to say little. I'm sorry, Emerson.
Ow.
I'm not even hurt by these things anymore.
By these things anymore.
Did you see the Baby Yoda meme?
I did see the video.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did see that.
I take it as a compliment because Yoda is Yoda.
Yoda's,
Well, Yoda
of
is
course, he's
Yoda
not
is-
Yoda. He's
Yoda is me.
It's just a
Yoda's you.
species.
He's
of course,
the child. I've heard he's called the child.
We don't know exactly.
The
what he
toys
is.
are calling it the child, and I'm assuming the toys get the official word from
Probably. Granted,
Star
the
Wars.
toys you can't even get till May.
I saw some June. Well,
Yeah.
oh, you saw some May?
May is the
May would
earliest
be
I saw.
before June.
Except, shout out to Ginger down in Texas.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I
who
saw.
crocheted me a little
Oh
baby
yeah,
Yoda.
someone's gonna give me one of those.
Yeah,
they
she
told
made me one of those. Pretty
Those are
cool.
cool. She's
Nice.
like $50. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like 10 hours of work.
Oh, it's so much work. And
Yeah.
actually, she did ones for each one of my dogs. So I have a Ralph one, I have a Maverick one, and we have a Shiba one as well. It's pretty
Nice.
cool.
Emerson, how can people follow your journey on Instagram? What is your handle? Uh-oh.
Oh, I know it. It's Emerson 47472,
There you go.
and then my YouTube.
It's a good PDGA number.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're starting like a family blog or vlog or whatever.
Yeah. I have my own YouTube channel where I'm gonna post just like my regular disc golf videos, and then we're gonna do a family one that's kind of a little bit separate of disc golf, kind of like behind the scenes, and of course feature my family, Mackenzie and Charlie.
Yeah.
And we're still picking a name. We haven't decided. We posted on Facebook for some people to comment.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
There's
Are you leaning towards any?
There's like two that we kind of like. One is Keeping Up with the Keiths,
Okay.
but that's a little close to Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
A little
Is it
bit.
going to be as dramatic?
hopefully.
It is much
Okay.
plastic surgery.
Okay.
I'm just-
No,
Yeah, are you gonna become Kanye and come out with a hip hop
Ooh.
album?
Nice.
Ooh.
we could try and come out with a hip
Let's
hop album.
do it. Let's do it.
Or someone said Keithin' it real.
I like that. Keeping it real.
Keithing it real.
Yep. But I think keeping up with the Keiths is just easy. It's gonna be easy to remember, easy to say.
Yeah.
Keithin' it real could get confusing.
Now, are you gonna do? I mean, are you doing all the video or in editing, or
Editing? Yeah, what's going on? Charlie?
are you getting some help from someone?
I think yeah, Charlie's doing it. It's gonna be great. I think that she's gonna be in charge of
Oh, nice.
that one.
Very
just
cool.
because I'm gonna be doing my channel's stuff, and I kind of let her do whatever she wants there. Plus, I think that she might be better at it than me. I'm bad with phones and stuff. I didn't have a phone till I was like in middle school, and everyone else already had iPhones, and I had the little flip.
All right, well, guys,
I went to high school in the 90s.
make sure you follow Emerson
Pagers.
on his disc golf adventures out there once the 2020 season kicks off. Thanks so much, Emerson, for being on the show. We appreciate getting your insight on these disc golf questions, and we wish you the best of luck in 2020. And I know we'll see you out there. Be
Yep.
watching you,
Thank you.
killing it and shredding it. Thanks,
Killing
guys.
it.
We'll see you on the next show.